Uh, so now we will discuss the one example based on mutual coupling in mesh analysis. Okay. So the given question is that write down the mesh equilibrium equation for the network shown. Okay. And you can see here is that in this network they have given this type of network. So if you just observe that it has a 3 loops here. Okay. And in the 3 loops they have resistance, capacitor, inductor, and voltage source is that. You can see that this dot is present here with the orange color, okay, which shows that M12. So value of mutual inductance is M12. So one dot is here and second dot is here. So L1 and L3, these two coils are mutually coupled, okay, because mutual inductance come when there are two coils. So L1 and L3, these two coils are mutually coupled with a mutual inductance value M13. Similarly, this red triangle is at L1 and another triangle is at L3. So both these triangles are representing that these L1 and L3 are mutually coupled with each other, whose mutual inductance value is M13. Okay. So when you write an equation for dot, you have to consider M12. When you write the equation for triangle, you have to take M13. Okay. Now here you can see that there is one another inductor L2. But this inductor L2 is not mutually coupled with each other, any other coil L1 L3, because there is no dot marking here. So it has only self inductance. Fine. So this type of question we have already discussed how to write the equation. Only the addition is that now we will consider its mutual inductance. Fine. So we will see that. Okay. So I start with the question. Solution. Okay. So what is the first step in any mesh analysis? The first step is that find out the number of loops or number of mesh. Okay. So number of mesh. So how many here there? You can see that this is the first mesh, this is the second mesh, and this will be the third mesh. Okay. Here we have three mesh. Right. Now, what is the second step? Assign the current direction to each mesh. So I consider that let I1, I2 and I3 be the mesh currents. Okay. So as there are 3 loops, so I have considered the 3 mesh currents. Okay. And I will follow the same direction, that is clockwise. So here the current is I1. Here the second loop the current is I2. And in the third loop the values of current is I3. Fine. So we have made the first 2 steps where we have find out number of mesh here. Second is find out the current I1, I2 and I3, that is the mesh current. And our aim is to write the equation in the matrix form, that is KVL. So as there are 3 mesh, so definitely there will be the 3 KVL equation. Okay, so we start with from the first one. So the first is apply KVL to mesh 1. Okay. Now we have studied that how to write a KVL equation. If you see this part, the mesh 1, here we have resistance, here we have inductor, and here we have a capacitor and one voltage source. Okay. So I am writing directly what is the current through R1, it is I1. What is the current through capacitor? It is again I1. What is the current through L1? As L1 is common to 1 and 2, the current here is I1 minus I2. Okay. So I am writing here equation. So it is R1 into I1 plus. But write about for the inductor. Inductor is L1P. Current is I1 minus I2. And for the capacitor it is 1 upon C1P. Current is I1. Okay. So is our 3 elements here. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 equations I have written. Fine. Now, but after that you can see that this loop has 2 two dot polarities also. One is this circle, another is this triangle. So this means that it has a mutual inductance. Okay, so we have to write the mutual inductance also. So I am taking a different colors here. So mutual. So first you write for this circle. Okay, for this circle, what is the value of mutual inductance? M12. So I am writing first value M12P. Okay, don't get confused. What I am written in the first step? Values. So value of the dot is M12P. Now what you write in the second part? Second part you write the current. So from where we have to write the current? So first dot is here. See the second dot. Second dot is here. And find out the what is the current here. The dot is associated with L3. What is the current through L3? Here the current is this one. Which current is this one? I3. So you write M12P I3. Fine. So what I have written in the first step, I have written in the first step magnitude. In the second step, I have written the current. Now the third step, when you write a mutual end, third is its sign. Means whether it is a positive or it is negative. So it depends upon the directions of current. We have seen that when both the currents are entering or leaving, it is positive. If one current is entering, one current is leaving, it is negative. So we will see. Here, when we follow this sign direction, the current I1 is entering towards this dot. You can see that current I1 is entering. And here current is I3. And this current I3 is also entering towards the dot. So here current is entering, here current is entering. So both currents are entering. So treat that mutual as positive. Right? So when we will see that is positive when both the currents are entering. Fine. Now similarly write the second. So we will write for triangle. So for triangle, what is the value of mutual inductance? Mutual inductance is M13. So I am writing M13P. Okay. So triangle, the value is M13P. Now write the current. See the current we have to write of the mutual coupled coil. So first triangle is here, second triangle is here. What is the current through this triangle? Same, L3, because triangle is associated with L3 and current through L3 is I3. So this current is I3. Now first step is value, second step is current. Now third step. In the third step what we will do? We will assign the sign, whether it is positive or negative. So we have to see that whether that current is positive or negative. So you can see that we are writing for this triangle. So the current through this triangle is I1 minus I2. So that current is entering towards this coil L1. And the second current I3, this current is leaving the coil L3. You can see here current is entering, that is I1 minus I2, and current through L3 is triangle, is current is leaving. So one current is entering, one current is leaving. So that mutual inductance is negative. So when we write a mutual inductance, we first write the magnitude, second we write the current, and third we will write the sign. So in that way we have to write the mutual inductance. Now as there is no another value of mutual inductance here, now what we will do? Now we will equate this to the voltage. Okay. So voltage they have given here is so voltage is V of t. So that voltage is equal to V of t. And we will say this is the first KVL equation to the mesh 1. So just by addition of this dot polarity which represent the mutual inductance, two terms we have added here. Now what we will do now? Now we will arrange these two equations, arrange the above equation. So we will write rearrange equation 1. That means you have to write in terms of I1, I2 and I3. Okay. So I will collect the terms. The first is R1, second is L1P, third is 1 upon C1P. Fine. So this is I1. Similarly, collect the terms of I2 minus L1P. Okay. Is there any other term? No, there is no terms of the I2 here. Plus, now collect the terms of I3. So So you can say it has two terms. One is M12P, that is positive. Another is minus M13P, and this should be I3, and this is equal to V of t. Okay. So in that way, we have to write the KVL equation for this first mesh. Okay. Now similarly, we have to write this KVL equation for the second loop as well as for the third loop, right? So I will tell another equation. Okay. So now I am writing for the second mesh. Okay. So I will write apply KVL to mesh 2. Okay. Now we will see here in mesh 2 there are three elements L1, L2, C2. What is the current in L2? Current in L2 is I2. Current in C2 is I2 minus I3. Fine, because C2 is common to 2 and 3. And what is the current through L1? L1 is I2 minus I1, because now we are writing for second loop. So I2 is greater as compared to I1. So we will first write down all the mutual values here. Okay. So it is L2P I2 plus L1P I1 minus I2 plus 1 upon C2P I2 minus I3. Right? So it is I2 minus I3. Now find out, is there any mutual here? Okay. Yes. So if you see the second mesh, it has L1, and L1 has two dot polarity. One is this one, that is the circle, another is the triangle. So we have to write for that. You can see that this dot is in the mesh 1. No, it is not in the mesh 1. It is not in mesh 2. These two dots are common to both. Okay. So there are two mutual. So we write for the first one. The first is M12. So M12P. So first we write the magnitude. Second we write the current. What is the current here? I have already mentioned the current through dot, that is circle, is I3. Right? Now see the direction. Now see the direction. Now follow this direction. Now if you see that we have to follow this direction, now the current is leaving. Okay. When you consider loop 2, the current through L1 is leaving, because you can dot is at this point. So current is leaving, and here the current is entering. So one current is leaving, one current is entering. So this is minus. Fine. Similarly, we write for triangle. For triangle, values of mutual is M13P. What is the current? First triangle is here, second one is here. Current through this is I3. Now check, this current is this mutual is positive or negative. Here current is leaving, and I3 current here is also leaving. So both current are leaving. So it is treated as positive, and as there is no voltage source, make it equal to 0. So in that way we have to write that. Okay. And now what we will do, we will rearrange above equation. Okay. So after rearrange means you have to collect the I1, I2, I3, so that we can easily write in terms of matrices. So it is minus L1P I1 plus I2 is L2P L2P plus L1P plus 1 upon C2P. Okay, so these are the I2 terms. Okay, plus L3. So there are two L3 terms, minus M12P plus M13P. This should be equal to 0. So this is the KVL equation 2. Okay, fine. Now similarly we will write for the third one. I am taking 5 minute extra because I have to complete this question. So I will finish within 5 minutes. Okay. So I have to write for the third one. The third is the mesh number 3. Okay. So I will be write for the third one. Apply KVL to mesh 3. Okay. So when you apply KVL to mesh 3, you can see that it has a 3 terms. What is the current here? Current here is simply I3. Current here we have already marked I3. Now here current is I3 minus I2. Okay. So I3 minus I2. So I write first the self values. So this is R2 I3 plus L3P I3 plus 1 upon C2P I3 minus I2. Fine. So we have written all the self values. Now see whether there is a mutual or not. Yes, there is two mutual inductance here. One is this circle, another is this triangle. So we can see that for this circle values is M1 to P. Okay. And this circle is with this circle. Okay. What is the current through this circle? You can consider I1 minus I2 or you can consider I2 minus I1. I am considering I1 minus I2 because this current. Okay. So it is M1 to P, M1 to P, I1 minus I2. Fine. Now check whether it is positive or negative. So here when you follow the I3, this current is entering here. And when you follow this one, because now I1 minus I2 means you have to follow first loop. This current is also entering. When both the current are entering, it is treated as positive. Right? Now similarly we will write for triangle. For triangle values is M13P. Okay. Current is same I1 minus I2. M13P current is I1 minus I2. Now check positive or negative. Now here the current in the third mesh is leaving here. Okay. Here the current is leaving. And here I1 minus I2 current is entering. So one leaving, one entering. So that is treated as negative. And that is equal to 0 as there is no other voltage source. Okay. So last step here is that we will rearrange the above equation, and when we rearrange the above equation we get the final answer. The final answer is like this. So M12P minus M13P, so this is I1. Now consider the I2 terms. I2 there is minus 1 upon C2P. Okay. Minus M12P, and that is plus M13P. Okay, this is I2. Similarly write for I3. So there is I3 terms. Yes, there is R2 plus L3P plus 1 upon C2P. So there is no other term, and this will be equation number 3. Now after that simply write equation 1, 2 and 3 in matrix form. Okay. So you will get the final answer. Okay. So in that way, by considering the mesh analysis, I have finished with my question. Okay. Thank you very much for listening my lecture.